give us your name and occupation.
My name is Noel Perkins. I'm a professor of mechanical engineering here at the University of Michigan.
Okay, now can you tell us what the job entails, being a professor at the University of Michigan?
It's a job really that has three major functions, duties. I teach classes, both the undergraduate level and graduate level. I conduct research, run a research laboratory, and through that train new researchers. So think of doctoral students, think of master's students, postdocs, and research staff. The third duty is one of service, largely to the University of Michigan in many roles, but also outside the university to various professional societies.
Okay. So can you give us the education required to be a professor?
Yeah, you need to hold a PhD in your field of specialization. So I have a doctoral degree in engineering, in mechanical engineering specifically, and that is a requirement for the job that I do.
Okay. All right. So can you tell us the best type person suited to be a professor?
Wow, I think a person that wants to be a professor is someone that just loves learning. I mean, fundamentally, you have to just enjoy learning and being part of the learning process, both on the receiving side, okay, gaining more knowledge. That's what we do as a researcher. I create more knowledge, and I'm always learning more things. But on the other side, the one that actually helps others learn. So as the professor, as the instructor, as the teacher, as the mentor, the research advisor. So you have to learn the process of watching other people discover and watching other people learn and shepherding that process.
Okay.
So if you have those characteristics and you're pursuing a graduate degree, a PhD, you're a good candidate to join us in academia.
Great. Now, what was the road to your current position?
Yeah, so it was not a straight road. I took a major detour out of high school. I had always been good in math and science, but thought that my career lied in the direction of the natural resources training and forestry. I wanted to be a forester. I love the outdoors. And while experimenting in classes in forestry, I learned that I didn't like that so much and had an opportunity to take one engineering class that completely turned my thinking around. So I did a pivot after about 2 years of college at a junior college, in fact, and decided to become an engineer instead.
Cool. So can you tell us why your job is fun, interesting, or exciting, or all of the above?
All the above. I love my job. I tell people I can't believe I'm paid to do what I do. So let me describe why I arrive at that conclusion. Number one, I get to work with brilliant students, and students that they stay the same age. They're always 18 to 22 years old when I see them as freshmen to seniors. I get older every year, but it's just fun to be around young people and help them learn and help them to achieve their ambitions and their goals. So being a teacher is, I give a lot in terms of instruction in the classroom, but I get a lot in terms of personal satisfaction and having impact on thousands and thousands of young people and what they ultimately end up doing. So there's a lot of personal satisfaction there. And then I love working in the laboratory and creating new technology, generating new ideas, making those ideas available for commercialization. It's a great position to be in. There isn't a single facet of the job that I don't enjoy.
Yeah. Now, can you talk a little bit about your research and what you come up with?
Yeah, happy to do. So I do research in several different areas, but I think one that I'd like to share is a research program that we have where we developed a technology to measure human performance. And And the technology is a sensor technology that's used to measure how humans move. So think of athletic performance, maybe how a baseball player swings a baseball bat. Think of the performance requirements of a soldier and what they're required to do. Think of a person who is suffering from a stroke and learning how to gain control of their limbs again, and the requirements they have to change their performance. So the sensor technology, I have an example here, I figured you'd ask me this question, is a sensor that is body worn, measures motion, and we use that information to quantify human performance, skill, athletic skill for certain, and through that we've been able to develop technologies that have been commercialized for sports like golf and tennis and basketball and baseball and bowling and fly fishing and any sticker ball you can name. And it's been an absolute blast to work with leaders in those fields, high-level athletes and coaches and trainers and business leaders.
Cool. So what would your advice be to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Well, don't follow in mine, because mine have not been very straightforward. I would say choose your own path, but the greatest advice is decide on what truly interests you and engages you. And it might take you a while. It certainly took me a while. But once you find that, don't give up and carve out a career that's centered on that. Because the more closely you can align the things that you're passionate about with what you're going to do professionally, the greater impact you're going to have and the greater enjoyment you're going to have from what you do.
Thank you.